Good Saturday morning, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and I wanted to jump here on Facebook and everywhere else and let you guys know that we currently have a brand new tornado warning now for southern Washington County in southwest Alabama, and this does include the city of McIntosh. Okay, so there is your polygon warning. This is north of Mount Vernon and north of Citronelle. This does not include any part of Mobile County. So this is the situation that we have right now. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that goes around that. And then over here towards Monroeville, we have other severe thunderstorms as well. But the most significant and serious situation is going to be from an area from Leakesville, Mississippi, off to the northeast over towards McIntosh, Alabama. And this is south of Chatham and south of Jackson. Okay, so there is your polygon. So let me go over here and cut on the radar. And as you can see here, there would be your line of severe storms that are just off to the northwest of Citronelle, moving towards the city of McIntosh right now. Now, this would be looking like a straight line wind event coming in here, but there could be a few brief spin up tornadoes along this line, and the National Weather Service down there in Mobile has gone on ahead and issued a tornado warning for the potential of a few small spin up tornadoes with this line of severe storms. Now, this is for southern Washington County and southeastern Greene County in Mississippi. And Greene County, Mississippi includes the city of Leakesville, but Leakesville is not underneath the tornado warning. All right, this is a radar indicated tornado. As of 427, which was about 15 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles southeast of Leakesville, moving to the northeast at 80 miles per hour. So these things are really booking it off to the east. Once again, they're moving to the east at 80 miles per hour. Now, if you're watching me in Deer Park, which is in southern Washington County, you're just going to be near you about 4:40, and then McIntosh in about 10 minutes at 4:50. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, and as always, avoid windows. And I can almost guarantee that anybody basically up here from the areas from Millery all the way down to the Mobile metro area, you guys are going to see some rather intense wind with this line of storms coming in, especially down here if you're near Citronelle, Creola, Saraland, Chickasaw, and Mobile. But the reason that I'm here is because we actually have a tornado warning that is active right now for southern Washington County for the potential of a few tornadoes that are coming into the area near Deer Park and McIntosh right now. And McIntosh is this is the actual this is the thoroughfare that you travel, or one of the ways that you can get to Orange Beach and Gulf Shores if you go from Tuscaloosa. There is a way that you can go down 43 all the way from Thomasville to Grove Hill to Jackson, and then you get into Clark County, you get into Choctaw County, and then Washington counties, and get down there into McIntosh, Mount Vernon, and then eventually Creola, and then you can either go to Mobile or you can go across to Bay Minette. So that is the thoroughfare that you can get from Tuscaloosa to the Orange Beach. So if you are watching me right now along 43, there between Jackson, Leroy, and McIntosh, nobody needs to be driving along Highway 43 coming into the city of. Okay, so the National Weather Service in Mobile has obviously expired the tornado warning for this area because the warning actually just expired. All right, so the warning has been allowed to expire. However, I would really be in my safe place if you're all the way from just south of Grove Hill all the way down to the Birmingham to the Mobile Metro, because this line of storms is capable of producing 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, and they are moving off to the east at 60 miles per hour. Downtown Mobile, Pritchard, Saraland, Chickasaw, Satsuma, places in the path of this storm. Now, also, I do need to mention that the tag on here says tornado is possible anywhere within this line of storms, basically from Grove Hill all the way down into the metro heart of Mobile. There is also another severe thunderstorm warning for a batch of storms that is coming in here towards the Monroeville, Alabama area for damaging straight line winds upwards of 60 and quarter-sized hail. And that storm is sitting right over the city of Frisco and Monroeville right now. But the most serious situation is going to be, I can draw this for you, with this line of wind that is coming into the area of southwest Alabama. And if you are along that line of wind, or if you're just off to the east of it, you're going to expect winds of 60 to 70 that can do extensive damage in a short amount of time. So this is actually round one of severe weather. And then we're going to have another batch of storms later on today. So there is your long line of storms, basically from Toxie and Thomasville, stretching down to the most severe part, Chatham, Citronelle, just off to the west of McIntosh, then curving back into Mississippi, coming over here towards Saucer, Lucedale, and Kiln, and just north of Waveland, Mississippi. Now, these storms down here near Pearl River, Slidell, and Waveland, Mississippi, they're not severe right now, but the most intense is going to be over here towards the Creola area, and I do know that there is a little bit of a notch that is happening right here in the line, and you have a little bit of an inflow into the actual line of storms. So if you're south of Citronelle or north of Creola, you're going to want to kind of watch that area too for a couple of spin-up tornadoes, and that would be in this area right here. But no doubt, if you are basically, like I said, from just south of Grove Hill all the way down to the Mobile Metro, you're going to get some extreme winds that are coming in right now. Now, let me back out and show you, because not everybody that lives here in Alabama lives down here in southern Alabama. Okay, so let me cut back on the radar. And everybody from Demopolis north is in extremely heavy rainfall, moderate to heavy rainfall. And currently at my house, which is in southern Tuscaloosa, I've had over an inch of rain since midnight. Now, I can actually show you real quick the actual rainfall total so far, and places down here are getting close to 2.5 to 3 inches down here towards Demopolis, York, and then north of Thomasville. And so this is going to continue for the rest of the morning until about, I would say, 7 or 8 o'clock. And we could also have some brief winds of 30 to 40 when this line ultimately comes through and the rain tapers off. But the reason that I'm here is because we have a couple of active severe thunderstorm warnings, and the reason I usually don't do severe thunderstorm warnings, but the actual National Weather Service tag out of Mobile says tornadoes possible within this line. So that's the reason that I'm here, is because we do not want a tornado to possibly sneak up on anybody right now. So this is actually going to be a pretty serious situation, and basically, if you are along the 43, basically from Jackson, I'm going to draw 43 for you, or do my best example to. If 43 comes out of Jackson and goes down through McIntosh, Mount Vernon, and then eventually goes down here to Creola, and then you can get on the interstate and either go towards downtown Mobile or hit 65 and go over here towards the Bay Minette area. So I-65 from Mobile into Montgomery. So that is your most troubled area right now. And like I said, if anybody is driving along 43 right now, you guys need to please pull off. Because this is going to be a very, very, very serious situation, and especially if you were along the corridor from McIntosh to Mount Vernon over to Citronelle, because this is going to be an extreme wind line of storms that are about to come through your area down here. If you're in Creola, Saraland, Pritchard, or downtown Mobile, this is actually going to be a pretty nasty straight line wind event. Now, I also want to show you, you may be curious about what this black dot is right here. This is actually where the National Weather Service radar beam, and the radar is located in Mobile, from the National Weather Service down there in Mobile. So that is the reason that there is that black dot there. That is because that is where the radar beam is, and wherever the radar beam is, that it shows up a black dot over the actual area on the radar. So what you're looking at right now is you are looking at a line of severe storms and a line of severe wind. And this is base velocity. And I'm going to actually draw for you the line of wind, basically from just northeast of Chatham and south of Grove Hill, curving down into Citronelle and getting really close to Creola, McIntosh, Mount Vernon, and places like that. So that is your wind line right there that I have drawn. And as you can see, it is progressing on across from Clark County and southern Clark County all the way down to Mobile. And this warning, I can already go ahead and tell you that this warning goes for another 24 minutes. So this is, is going to be a pretty good gust front along this line. Okay, so if you're watching me in McIntosh or Mount Vernon, this is going to be a pretty serious situation heading towards your locale right now. And this is a serious situation, and I do know that there's a little bit of an inflow notch once again just over here towards the city of McIntosh. So the Weather Service might actually think about issuing another tornado warning for this storm as it is coming towards the city of McIntosh. And give me a second, I've got to plug in my computer because I'm at 13%, so I don't want to lose coverage right now. I also need to mention that there is a severe thunderstorm warning over here just off to the east of Monroeville until 5:15 this morning for damaging straight line winds and quarter-sized hail, and this does include Beatrice and Georgiana, Alabama. But the reason that I'm here is because we have an extreme wind line that has come through Chatham, and it is coming over here towards Jackson, McIntosh, Mount Vernon, Leroy, Creola, Saraland, Chickasaw, and downtown Mobile. and I would almost guarantee that the storms would contain a couple of spin up tornadoes with this system right here. And I'm going to do something real quick. Give me just a second. Okay. And once again, everybody else north of this area is in heavy, heavy rain. But that is the good news. Give me just a second. I'm looking over everything to see if there are any more warnings right now. Okay, like I said, at 4:41, the tornado warning has been canceled for Washington County. However, there is still a major severe thunderstorm warning that does include a good portion of the Mobile area, and it also includes Clark and Washington and Choctaw counties. So one more time, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Butler, Clark, Conecuh, and Monroe, Alabama until 5:15, and that one is over there for the Monroeville area. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Baldwin, Clark, Mobile, Monroe, Washington counties. So this is for 60 mile per hour winds and quarter sized hail. Okay. Um, okay, severe thunderstorm warning has been extended for Butler, Conecuh, and Monroe, but cancels the one for Clark. Okay, and that is for this band of storms over here that is near Monroeville, Alabama. So Clark County, from this other storm over here, has been canceled. However, it is still in for the line of storms that are coming through McIntosh and Mount Vernon right now. So this is a very serious situation coming in here to the McIntosh area, and I would almost guarantee you that there could be a tornado down or about to be down very soon here close to McIntosh. And that because that is a very, very, very serious looking signature coming into the city of McIntosh right now. That is your that is your reflectivity. Here is your base velocity. So if anybody is driving along 43 right now in the city of McIntosh, you guys need to please pull off and get to a convenience store or something like that, because this is a very serious situation coming down here towards the city of McIntosh and Mount Vernon right now. And I can almost guarantee you that if this continues like it is and this radar signature continues the way it is, I would almost guarantee that the Weather Service of Mobile would prompt a tornado warning for this area again. Now, the correlation coefficient, the good news is I'm not seeing anything down right now, but that does not mean that, let me see. Okay, Baldwin, Clark, Mobile, Monroe, and Washington counties in Alabama, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing 60 mile per hour winds and a tornado is possible. Okay, so the Weather Service in Mobile has updated the warning, and yes, this does include the city of Bay Minette right now. So this is for Baldwin, Clark, Mobile, and Washington counties right now. It has canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne, Mississippi, because the actual storms have moved out of Mississippi. But if you're watching me in McIntosh right now, I want you to go ahead and be in your safe place right now and treat this like a tornado warning, because there could be a couple of tornadoes coming within this line from Jackson all the way down to Mount Vernon and Bay Minette. Midtown Mobile, Downtown Mobile, Pritchard, Saraland, Chickasaw, Satsuma, Spanish Fort, Jackson, Citronelle, Lucidale, Creola, Chunkalula, I hope I'm saying that right, Stockton, Waggerville, Leroy, Gulf Crest, Deer Park, Axis, and Watley. So those are the areas right now of concern from this intense line of storms and wind. And the tag on the National Weather Service warning says tornado possible and damaging winds upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour. So this is a very serious situation, and the extreme wind line is sitting right now from Jackson all the way down to McIntosh and Mount Vernon, right now along Highway 43. And I do want you guys to go on ahead and be in your safe place right now if you are from McIntosh and points off to the east. So one more time, the reason that I'm here is because we have a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible for a good portion of South Alabama as a line of severe storms moves on through the area. Now, if you're watching me up here in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Jasper, Albertville, Gadsden, Columbus, Mississippi, Montgomery, Clanton, Sylacauga, you guys are pretty much in heavy rain, but there is no, I repeat, no severe weather issues across the northern half of the state. The only severe weather potential is going to be for this batch of storms that is down here from south of Grove Hill all the way down to the Mobile metro area. And there are a couple of tornadoes that could be possible within this line of storms that is basically coming now through Jackson down to McIntosh, then curving back into Mount Vernon, and then going up here towards Seams, Creola, Saraland, and Chickasaw. So the most dangerous part of this line of storms right now is going to be this area from McIntosh all the way down to Mount Vernon. And as you can see there is an extreme amount of wind and a possible couplet that is sitting over downtown McIntosh right now. So if you're watching me anywhere from McIntosh over places to the east of McIntosh, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. All right, so that is the situation that we have ongoing right now. I'm going to leave the radar up here, and I am going to pull up a handy tool of mine, and I am going to tell you places that are in the path of this storm off to your east. Let me check on that. All right, Jackson and All right, so we have a damage report now. We have a damage report. All right, so this is pretty much extreme. Jackson and Clark County, Alabama, thunderstorm wind damage, and this comes from the Emergency Management Agency. About an hour ago, a roof was blown off a storage building on Gainstone Road, and several trees and power lines are down in the city of Jackson, Alabama. Okay, so we have confirmed damage right now in the city of Jackson, Alabama, and this is for a batch of storms that came through earlier, and now we have another batch of storms that is coming through or about to come through your area right now. So one more time, we have thunderstorm wind damage on Jackson and Clark County, Alabama. A roof was blown off a storage building on Gainstown Road. several trees and power lines down, and this could potentially come from a possible tornado. All right, so let me go back over here and say that if you are watching me right now along Three Rivers Lake, please be in your safe place right now. If you are along the Tombigbee River down here in Clark County, Washington County, or Mobile County, please be in your safe place right now. We want to treat this like a tornado warning because this is going to be a vicious, vicious line of storms. If you are near Jim Burns Island, the Alabama River, Carlton, Georgetown, Chrysler, Little River, places like that along County Road 8. Please be in your safe place right now. Basically, once again, this is near Three Rivers Lake, Alabama River, the Tombigbee River, and South Lake down here in far southern Alabama. Also, if you're watching me in Sunflower, be in your safe place. Kennesaw, be in your safe place. Lottie, be in your safe place right now. Mount Vernon, Chastang, Axis, Creola, Aiken Island, Bay Minette, places like that. Going ahead and be in your safe place right now. Radburn, please, Kennesaw, Georgetown, Chrysler, Little River, Carlton, and Drummer Creek, Gainestown, Alma, Leroy, Jackson. Be in your safe place right now, or be in an interior room because these are extreme winds that are coming in here into South Alabama. If you are watching me one more time on Three Rivers Lake, the Tombigbee River, or the Alabama River, you need to go on ahead and go to a sturdy shelter because these winds will not play around. If you are over here towards Shibby Lake, Holly Creek, Silver Lake, this is off of the Alabama River down here in Choctaw and Washington counties. If you are down here towards Jim Burr Lake, Bilbo Island, Doctor Lake, please be in your safe place right now. Holly Creek, please go ahead and take shelter right now for the potential of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. We've already had some confirmed damage down here in Jackson about an hour ago from an area of rotation and a possible tornado that blew the roof off of a storage building down there in Jackson, Alabama, about an hour ago. And that was with this lead storm that is over here towards the Georgiana, Alabama area. So one more time, there is a hefty line of severe storms that has already produced damage down here in South Alabama. And let me check and see. Okay. Once again, emergency management, thunderstorm wind damage. A roof was blown off of a storage building on Gainestown Road. Several trees and power lines down in the city of Jackson and Clark County, Alabama. So that is a very serious situation, and actually you can see right there that there is the actual icon of the actual storm damage, which is in downtown Jackson. And this is right in downtown from the emergency managers at 4:02 a.m. And unfortunately, right now, Jackson is getting pounded again from this actual storm. And I do note that this storm is starting to rotate once again just off here to the northeast of McIntosh, Alabama. So this is a very, very, very serious situation coming in here to the areas just off to the northeast of Jackson, Alabama right now. Okay, from the National Weather Service down there in Mobile, if you are from Mobile, Bruton, Gulf Shores, places like that, from now through 7 a.m. this morning, you can expect damaging winds greater than 70 miles per hour, hail up to $50, and a few tornadoes with this storm. And this is southwest into south central Alabama into the far western panhandle. And this is now through 7 a.m. Take cover in a safe location if a warning is issued for your location, regardless of whether it is a severe thunderstorm warning or not. So this is a very serious situation, and let me check and see what that was. Just a second. So once again, I also do need to mention here that we have a severe thunderstorm warning that it stretches all the way from south of Grove Hill all the way down to the Mobile metro area. So this is going to be a pretty serious situation. Now, if you're watching me in Chatham, in McIntosh, in Central in Saraland, this line of storms has passed your area. So basically, let me just go on ahead and reassess the situation. If you are to the west of this line of severe storms from Grove Hill, curving down here just off to the east of McIntosh and to the east and southeast of Citronelle, then your severe weather threat is over for this round of storms. But if you're over here towards Atmore, Bruton, Monroeville, Mobile, Grand Bay, and then on down here into Baldwin and Mobile counties, if you are along and east of this line of severe storms, then you're going to need to be in your safe place right now. National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Atmore, Greenville, and Bay Minette, Alabama. Okay, so they have extended this warning for a couple more minutes, and they've actually extended it for a good area over here towards the city of Bay Minette and over here towards Atmore. And there is your new warning right here. So once again, this is for a tornado possible. This is winds of 70 miles per hour now. So this is for Baldwin, Butler, Clark, Conecuh, Covington, Escambia, and Mobile counties in Alabama. This also includes Escambia, St. Rosa County in Florida. So this is a pretty serious situation for a severe thunderstorm warning that has the potential to produce 70 mile per hour winds, and a tornado is possible. So this is a very serious situation coming up here from basically Beatrice, south of Grove Hill, and all the way stretching down to Atmore and Bruton, Alabama, and it does include the Monroeville, Alabama area and the Frisco City. So once again, if you're watching me in Monroeville, if you're watching me in Frisco City, if you're watching me in Atmore, Bruton, Castleberry, Evergreen, Georgiana, Greenville, or McKenzie, please go on ahead and be in a sturdy shelter and a safe place for winds of 70 miles per hour coming through this area right now. And quarter-sized hail and a tornado is very possible with this line of storms as well. At 5:08, severe thunderstorms were located a line extending from 3 miles southeast of Whately to 11 miles northwest of Wow. Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this, guys, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this right. But McCall, 11 miles northwest of McCall to 5 miles southwest of I-65 and Alabama 225, moving east at 70 miles per hour. Hazard 70 mile per hour wind gust. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. This also includes a good portion of Bay Minette, Atmore, Greenville, Monroeville, Bruton, Jackson, Evergreen, Creola, Century, Frisco City, Stockton, East Bruton, Axis, Georgiana, and Mount Vernon. And a tornado watch remains in effect for this area until 9 a.m. for south central and southwestern Alabama. And I also note that the tag on the weather service tag here on the severe thunderstorm warning says a tornado is possible. All right, so let me go ahead and show you that there is your intense line of wind that is coming through places like just off to the east of Jackson, coming over here towards Monroeville and Frisco City. So if you're watching me right now in Saraland, if you're watching me right now in Monroeville, Beatrice, Frisco City, Atmore, Bruton, you guys are up first. And then eventually Evergreen and Georgiana will be coming up next. So this is a very serious situation for the potential of damaging straight line winds and a few spin up tornadoes that are coming into southwestern Alabama and getting really close here in just a few minutes to Monroeville and Frisco City, Alabama. Also down here towards Bay Minette, Creola, McIntosh, and Jackson. So let me say this again. If you are along the Highway 43 corridor, Creola, McIntosh, Mount Vernon, Jackson, you guys are through with the severe weather potential from this storm. However, if you are off to the east of it, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. From Monroeville down to Frisco City, please be in your safe place right now. These winds are of 60 to 70 miles per hour right now. All right, so good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and not everybody right now lives down in South Alabama. So let me go ahead and reassess the situation for you. I have the Birmingham radar cut on, and give me just a second, and I will be right back with you. I'm going to just give me just like 30 seconds. All right, guys. It is currently 5:15 in the morning, and you are watching a severe weather coverage here on my Facebook page and the Alabama Stormtroopers as well. We have moderate to heavy rain falling up here from Columbus, Mississippi to Tuscaloosa to Birmingham to Jasper, Alabaster, Calera, Brent, Utah, Marion, Selma, Clanton, Wetumpka, and Montgomery, and places around that area. A lot of heavy rain is falling. Albertville, Gadsden, Anniston, Sylacauga, Opelika, and Talladega. And the wind is about to really pick up, potentially over here in southwest Alabama as this rain comes to an end. For Tuscaloosa, Utah, Demopolis, Linden, and Thomasville as well. The reason that I'm here, though, is because we have severe storms in progress capable of producing a few isolated tornadoes, basically from Greenville, Alabama, all the way down to the Mobile metro area and Grand Bay, Alabama. And this does include Bay Minette and Fairhope as well. So there are two separate severe thunderstorm warnings from the National Weather Service down there in Mobile. And we have a threat of seeing damaging straight line winds in the order of 70 miles per hour, basically from Grove Hill, from east of Grove Hill, curving down to Atmore, Bay Minette, and then curving back towards the Saraland and downtown Mobile area right now. So this is a very serious situation across southern Alabama. And if you are watching me right now in Frisco City, Monroeville, Beatrice, Georgiana, Evergreen, Castleberry, or Brewton, also down here in Atmore, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place and treat this like a tornado warning because this is a very serious situation coming in here towards the South Alabama area. And this warning goes until 6 a.m. For the potential of damaging straight line winds of 70, and a tornado is also possible. Now, the warning that includes downtown Mobile and central Baldwin County. That warning also goes until 6 o'clock, and it is also capable of producing 70 mile per hour winds. All right, so next up for it, for the southern warning, is going to be Midtown Mobile, Downtown Mobile, Pritchard, Daphne, Tillman's Corner, Fairhope, Saraland, Bay Minette, Theodore, Chickasaw, Satsuma, Spanish Fort, Creola, Loxley, Stockton, Stapleton, Axis, and Tanner Williams. And the tag on that warning as well is tornado possible. So there are a couple of areas of rotation that could spring up a brief tornado with this line of storms as it pushes into South Alabama. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything down on the correlation coefficient, which is good. But that does not mean one couldn't drop at any time out of these severe storms. And these storms are getting really close to the Monroeville, Alabama area. And let me switch over here to another radar and see if we can get a better look. No. So that line of storms coming into Monroeville is getting pretty ragged right now. But it's still capable of producing 70 mile per hour winds. So there is your line of wind. And I'm sorry, I'm checking with everything right now that is going on here in southwest Alabama and south central Alabama as well. So if I pause, that is because I'm reading something or I'm checking something out from the weather service down there in Mobile. All right, so if you're watching me right now, the reason that I'm here is because we have a severe thunderstorm warning for a good portion of South Alabama, and this includes Baldwin, Mobile for South Alabama. It also includes Butler, Clark, Conecuh, Covington, and Escambia counties, also Monroe County in South Alabama. For 70-mile-per-hour winds, tornado possible, and small hail. So the extreme line of wind is coming into Monroeville and Frisco City as we speak. So I'm drawing for you right now where the most intense line of wind would be. And this is basically from basically southeast of Fulton all the way down to the Birmingham, to the Mobile metro area. It's come on through Saraland, it's come on through Creola, it's come on through Jackson, McIntosh, and Mount Vernon. So if you're watching me from Jackson to McIntosh to Mount Vernon, Citronelle, Creola, Saraland, your severe weather threat is over. From this round of storms, you can go back to bed. You can go on about your day. But if you're over here towards Monroeville, Frisco City, Atmore, Brewton, Pollard, Castleberry, Evergreen, Georgiana, McKenzie, or Greenville, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now for the potential of 70-mile-per-hour winds with this storm. Also down here in South Alabama from Bay Minette over to Chickasaw, Mobile, Tillman's Corner, Theodore, Daphne, Loxley, Fairhope. You need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now for the potential of damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. And this is a very serious situation, and especially if you were up here towards downtown Bay Minette and Perdido as well. I also need to mention that the National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a special marine warning as well for Mobile Bay. For the potential of a lot of wind for any mariners that may actually be out on Mobile Bay right now. Okay, so there is your actual line of wind that is coming through Monroeville, Frisco City, coming down to Atmore into Bay Minette, and then curving back just north of Mobile and getting back to the Mississippi coast. And so this is going to be damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. So right now, if you're watching me here in the Monroeville area, the Beatrice area, the Frisco City area, the Atmore area, and then Brewton is up next. You need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now for the potential of damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour and the possibility of a few pop up brief tornadoes. This also comes down here towards Atmore, Bay Minette, Saraland, and then downtown Mobile ultimately. All right, so while I'm here, I'm going to leave the radar up. And like I said, this is also got a tornado watch that is down there in this area. Hmm. So once again, this is coming into downtown Mobile. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for downtown Mobile and a pretty good area from Greenville all the way down to downtown Mobile and down over here towards Fairhope, Daphne, and Theodore, Alabama. And this is a line of severe storms that is capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds and a few pop up tornadoes that is coming into Monroeville right now and Frisco City as well. So this is a very serious situation. I'm trying to see if there is any other radar that can give us a better look at what's coming into the city of Monroeville right now. And unfortunately, Monroeville is basically right in the, okay, right there. All right, so there is your line of wind that is coming into Frisco City and Monroeville. So I will draw it for you right now. It's coming through downtown Monroeville and then curving down to near Frisco City and then coming on down here. And then extreme wind as you get down here towards the Atmore area. So there's your line of extreme wind that is coming in between Monroeville and Frisco City right now. This does have the potential to produce 70-mile-per-hour winds and a few brief tornadoes. If you're watching me right now in Greenville, Georgiana, McKenzie, Evergreen, Castleberry, Bruton, or Atmore, you guys are up next for this area of severe weather right now. So one more time, there is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning or a continuation for a severe thunderstorm and a complex of storms that is coming into and near the Mobile area, stretching all the way up to Beatrice and just south of Greenville, Alabama. And so there is your line of severe storms, and I've actually got a camera pulled up in downtown Mobile, and I am going to watch this here to see if we can actually see any issues here in downtown Mobile. So let me take this off real quick. And this, what you're looking at right now, is downtown Mobile at the I-65 corridor in downtown Mobile. And there is going to be a line of severe storms that is about to be coming through that area right now. So we are going to watch this real quick and actually see what is actually going on right now in downtown Mobile. People are driving right now, and for some reason it kicked me off. So let me. I don't know why it kicked me off. And this is on Airport Boulevard as well. And I will continue to watch this in downtown Mobile to see if we actually have any kind of issues. But let me go back to the radar because that's the most pressing stuff that we have to do right now. And this is for a good portion of Beatrice down to Monroeville, Frisco City, Atmore, and then curving back down into downtown Mobile right now. So this is a serious situation if you are along and east of this line of storms because the Weather Service has said that there is winds in excess of 70 miles per hour possible along this line. And I do know that I do note that there is a somewhat of an inflow notch and a kink in the line from Perdido over here to Atmore. So if you're in Atmore watching me right now, you need to go on ahead and possibly think about being in your safe place, because a brief spin up tornado could be coming at any time within this line of storms. One more time, let's go back down in here into the downtown Mobile area. And basically, there is your wind line north of Mobile, Chickasaw, Pritchard, and then eventually coming right here over the radar site. And there is your wind line. As you can see, it is progressing off to the south. I can back out just a little bit. It's come on through Satsuma. It's come on through Saraland. Next up is coming right over Pritchard. And the next up would be downtown Mobile, Spanish Fort, Tillman's Corner, Theodore, Daphne, and Fairhope. Also over here to Loxley. So let me go back over here. I'm going to keep the radar up, but I'm also going to check on the cameras in downtown Mobile to see what the weather is like down there in that area. And as of right now, there is no issues in downtown Mobile, but that will be stopping here very soon, as nobody should be driving in the city of Mobile right now, as we have a very serious situation coming into Mobile right now because of damaging straight line winds upwards of 70 miles per hour. And I'm watching the camera from Airport Boulevard, which is on I-65 South. So I'm watching that camera right now, and if I actually do see anything that looks interesting, I will immediately pull that up for you guys to see. Once again, if you're watching me over here from Evergreen to Castleberry to Bruton to Atmore, and then curving down into northern Mobile County, please take this serious, because this is a pretty serious situation of damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. So once again, this is Stephen Ray. We're watching confirmed coverage. And I just have a request. Give me just a second. I just saw this. Someone asked for southern Marengo County. And that's from John Stringer. Okay, so if you are down here in southern Marengo County, basically from Linden down to Sweetwater, you guys are seeing extremely heavy rain right now, and I can actually show you since midnight how much rain has actually fallen. And the dark purple there is getting closer to 3 inches of rain from Sweetwater down to Thomasville and Pine Hill. So a lot of rain has fallen down there in this area. However, there is no threat of severe weather from round number one. However, there is severe weather further south if you're down here in the Mobile Metro. And I'm actually going to check the camera again because I want to see what it looks like when that line of storms comes through downtown Mobile. So once again, this line of storms is getting really close into downtown Mobile as we speak right now. And the winds could pick up here very soon if you are down here towards the Mobile metro area for the potential of 70 mile per hour winds with this line of severe storms coming through the Mobile area right now. I would not be surprised to see winds in excess of 70 coming into the city of Mobile very, very soon. So once again, if you are watching me from Pritchard to downtown Mobile, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now for the potential of damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour coming into the city of downtown Mobile as we speak. Because this is going to be an extreme wind line and an extreme situation from just south of Bay Minette down to Mobile and then curving down over here towards the Big Point, Mississippi area. So there is your wind line. Then curving up here towards Atmore, and then eventually getting over here towards Monroeville, Frisco City, Repton, and Greenville, Alabama. And absolutely nothing is going on right now in the city of downtown Mobile, but that will be changing momentarily because we have a line of extreme wind that is coming into the northern portions of Mobile right now. Uh, so once again, this is Stephen Ray. And we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning. And like I said, I apologize for not speaking there for a second, but we have a severe thunderstorm warning that includes downtown Mobile, Daphne, Tillman's Corner, Theodore, Daphne, Loxley, and then getting up here towards Atmore, and then curving back up here to just off to the east of Monroeville and Frisco City. But the most serious situation is coming into the downtown Mobile area here within a matter of minutes. And let me see. Okay, for my friends that are watching me in Lowndes and southern Dallas County in the central and southern Alabama, a significant weather alert has been issued for Lowndes and southern Dallas County until 6:45 from the National Weather Service in Birmingham. So that is below a severe thunderstorm warning. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on that one as well. So once again, Dallas County and Lowndes County are underneath a significant weather alert for the potential of 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, and that is below severe limits, but just below it. So we are zoomed in here over Pritchard and downtown Mobile, awaiting the line of severe storms that is about to push into downtown Mobile. We also have a line of severe wind that has come on through at Moore, Alabama, and over here towards Bay Minette. And if you are along the leading edge of this storm, this is going to be an intense amount of wind about to push into the areas of downtown Mobile. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off of this, and your screen is going to go dark for a second. And I'm going to pop on the computer here, and we are going to watch this line of severe storms come through downtown Mobile. And this camera is actually right here on Airport Boulevard, I-65 South. And as you can see, the wind is actually picking up because the camera is actually rocking a little bit. And this is going to be a line of storms that are coming into downtown Mobile here within a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. So we're really going to be able to see what the weather conditions are going to be down here in South Mobile. And as soon as this camera goes off here, I will click it back on. But once again, this is right here along I-65 and Airport Boulevard. And that we are watching the weather conditions because a line of severe storms is moving into that area right now. And let me see if I can get that camera back. And we're just going to continue to watch here. Once again, the wind is really shaking the camera, and the line of wind is really about to come through this area right now. The line of wind is basically sitting right near this area, just off to the north of the city of downtown Mobile. It will be here within a matter of minutes, and we will see the weather conditions live as it comes through the downtown Mobile area near the airport. And as you can see, cars are driving along 65, and that is not a good thing for them to be driving. And as you can see, there was lightning that illuminated the area down there as the intense line of winds come through the downtown Mobile area. And we are getting very close to the line of wind that is coming into the city of downtown Mobile. This is I-65 and Airport Boulevard, and we are about to see what this line is capable of doing here within a matter of minutes. So this is a very serious situation and a scary situation when you have winds upwards of 70 miles per hour possible, and you see semis and big trucks that are driving along this area right here in northern Mobile County. And the line of wind should be on top of downtown Mobile right now. And here within a matter of seconds, we are actually going to see what this line is capable of doing. I noticed that the line is actually starting, the camera is starting to rock a little bit more. And as you can see over there to the right, we actually have some trees over there that we need to go back to this camera. And I don't know why it is constantly kicking me off. But once again, we're watching downtown Mobile for the potential of 70 mile per hour winds coming into this location. And it is about to get there within a matter of seconds. And as you can see, the rain is being blown by the camera. And this is also coming into downtown Mobile. I also need to mention, if anybody is watching me that is on Mobile Bay, the National Weather Service has issued a special marine warning for Mobile Bay for this area of storms. So we are just about to get into the midst of things with a severe wind line that is coming into Mobile, Alabama right now. And I will continue to keep my eye on this. The camera is really rocking right now. And this is probably going to be the most serious part of the storm right now. And let me go back. And as you can see over here, the trees are really rocking down here in this area right now. This is the most serious part of the line that is coming over here towards the Airport Boulevard and I-65 South into downtown Mobile. And the camera is really rocking, as you can see, and winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour are possible within this line of storms along the leading edge of it. And the wind is really kicking over here in downtown Mobile. And the wind is really picked up. If you can actually see the trees over here off to the right side. So this is in downtown Mobile near the airport. And this is a pretty interesting little setup here that we can actually see what is going on in downtown Mobile. And let me see if I can also get some other cameras for you guys. Okay, that camera has been knocked off. Okay, and this is also going to be in downtown Mobile as well. And this is going to be off of Loop Road in downtown Mobile. And the line of wind has not gotten to this location yet, but it will be moving here very soon. I also need to mention that the National Weather Service has continued the severe thunderstorm warning over here for the areas east of Atmore and then basically into Loxley and Bay Minette. So if you're watching right now in downtown Mobile, Tillman's Corner, Theodore, Spanish Fort, Daphne, Fairhope, and Loxley, you need to go ahead and get to a sturdy shelter because this is a significant situation for damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go back over here to the radar, and I will keep my eye on those cameras. But there is your line of severe storms that are basically coming into the city of downtown Mobile right now. Winds in excess of 70 miles per hour is coming into downtown Mobile as we speak. And I'm going to continue to watch the cameras and see what's going on here in downtown Mobile. And rain is definitely falling with strong gusty winds and some possible hail in the city of Mobile. I also need to mention that there are other storms in progress with this line that is coming through Pollard, Century, Bruton, Castleberry, Evergreen, Georgiana, and McKenzie, Alabama right now. If you're watching me in Creola, Jackson, McIntosh, Mount Vernon, Citronelle, you guys are through with severe weather. So that is the good news that basically if you are west and northwest of this line, your severe weather is over. If you are over here to the east of the line, then you have a potential of still seeing severe weather. All right, so we are watching a severe thunderstorm coming into the city of Mobile right now. And winds in excess of 70 miles per hour, and a couple of tornadoes are possible with this line of storms, a brief tornado is possible. And we are watching, I'm actually watching behind the scenes some cameras down in downtown Mobile to see if there are any what the weather is doing down there in that area. National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Butler, Conecuh, and Covington counties for a tornado possible. So that's for further up the line, and so this is a pretty serious situation coming into downtown Mobile right now. So if you're watching me in Butler County, Crenshaw County, Escambia County, Conecuh County, Covington County, and Okaloosa County and Santa Rosa County in Alabama and Florida, you are now underneath a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds and a tornado possible. So this is going to be a very serious situation. And let me go back to the radar over here. And like I said, Butler, Conecuh, Covington, Crenshaw, and Escambia counties in Alabama. Escambia, Okaloosa, and Santa Rosa counties in Florida until 6:45 this morning for 70-mile-per-hour winds and a tornado possible. So let me back out. And there is your line of severe storms. That stretches basically from Georgiana and McKenzie all the way down into the Mobile metro area. And the warning for downtown Mobile goes for another 5 minutes. And I will tell you this. The line down here towards the Mobile area looks to be a little bit ragged. So I'm not sure if the Weather Service will continue the warning for the Mobile area. Now that is pretty significant right there. Let me see if there are any cameras available right now. And this is a very serious situation coming up here towards southern Alabama and getting over here south of Montgomery, over here towards Laverne, Glenwood, Brantley, Dozier, Andalusia, Carolina, Opp, Florala, Century, Pollard, Bruton, and places like that here in South Alabama. And we are zoomed in here over the city of Mobile because that is the most populated area right now that is impacted by the storm. Next up would be Tillman's Corner, Daphne, Loxley, Fairhope, and then Theodore. And then eventually getting over here towards Robertsdale, Summerdale, Point Clear, Foley, and then eventually Gulf Shores if it holds together. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything that is rather serious looking on radar right now. And you're very welcome, Donovan, for that comment. And I do notice that the Weather Service in Mobile has extended the severe thunderstorm warning now to include a lot more of Mobile and a lot more of Baldwin County. So they are going to continue this warning on down here towards Point Claire, Summerdale, Foley, Gulf Shores, and there is your new polygon warning. Okay, so if you are over here in Beulah, Gonzales, Pace, Florida, Milton, Milano, McDavid, Jay, Bruton, Andalusia, you need to go ahead and think about being in your safe place right now. And this is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds and a couple of tornadoes because the atmosphere down there is really conducive for severe weather and tornadoes. So a few brief tornadoes are possible with this area of line of storms as it comes on through. So all of the severe thunderstorm warnings that the Weather Service in Mobile have issued say tornado possible tags on them. That's the reason that I'm here. Is because this is a pretty serious situation coming into the city of Mobile right now. So there's your extreme line of wind that is coming here into northern Baldwin County and stretching back into Mobile and eventually getting down here into Tillman's Corner, Theodore, Daphne, and Loxley. You guys are up next for this extreme line of wind that is coming through Mobile right now. Also, if you are down here towards Theodore, Fairhope, Point Clear, Summerdale, Foley, Robertsdale, you guys are up next for the potential of 70-mile-per-hour winds, and a tornado is possible until 7 a.m. So this warning goes for another hour. Tornado possible and 70-mile-per-hour winds. And this line of storms and the severe line runs from just off to the east of Evergreen all the way down to Bruton, Century, Florida, Andalusia, and then curving back here into Mobile, Theodore, and Daphne. So there is your wind line of 70 mile per hour winds and a couple of isolated tornadoes within the line of storms. Basically, right now, if you are northwest of that line, your severe weather threat for the morning is over. There could be more severe weather this afternoon, but for right now, your severe weather threat is over from this line of storms. For now, if you are along and northwest of that line of storms. And if you are up here in the northern portions of Tuscaloosa and northern Alabama, all you guys are seeing right now is heavy rain and gusty winds and moderate to heavy rain. There is no severe weather north of Highway 80. There is no severe weather north of Highway 84 or Highway 80 in Alabama. The only area of concern is going to be down here in the southern and southeastern portions of Alabama this morning. And like I said, also, if you are down here watching me along the Mobile Bay, you need to go on ahead and seek shelter because there is a special marine warning for the Mobile Bay area and the coastal waters of Alabama. And like I said, guys, if I pause, I apologize, but I'm also trying to comb through all of the latest information for you guys. So that is why you will hear me pause briefly from time to time because there is a lot going on and there's a lot of information that's coming at me right now, and I'm the only one doing this. So again, if you are watching me on Mobile Bay, there is a special marine warning for the coastal waters of Mobile Bay right now. And this includes a good portion of the place from Dauphin Island all the way up into Mobile Bay. And this line of severe wind is going to come through Spanish Fort and Tillman's Corner here pretty soon, and then eventually getting down here to Daphne, Theodore, Fairhope, and Point Clear. So this is a serious situation that is coming in here to the southern portions of Mobile and Baldwin counties. And so if you're just now joining me, this is Stephen Ray, and you are watching continuing coverage of a severe weather situation that is coming through South Central Alabama, I should say. Oh, where's that? Okay, we now have a serious situation coming into the areas down here in central Mobile. And we actually have an updated warning. All right, so I want you guys right now. This is a very serious situation. If you are down here, from Daphne to Loxley to Robertsdale to Fairhope to Point Clear, Summerdale, Foley, Gulf Shores, Mobile, Tillman's Corner, Theodore. The National Weather Service in Mobile has updated the severe thunderstorm warning for Mobile, Baldwin, northern Okaloosa, Santa Rosa, and Escambia counties right now. This is a very dangerous storm. Listen to this, folks. That winds, let's see. All right, here we go. A severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 8 miles southeast of Castleberry to Pollard to 8 miles southeast of Brent to Tillman's Corner, moving east at 55. Mobile 911 call center reports structural damage and intense winds. Radar is also showing winds near 80 miles per hour a few hundred feet off the ground. This is a very serious, dangerous storm. Winds of 80 miles per hour are possible with this storm. Law enforcement has actually said that 80-mile-per-hour winds are possible with this storm. This is a very, very dangerous situation. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. So you guys now need to treat this like a tornado warning for winds of 80 miles per hour pushing down here into Mobile, Alabama. This is a very serious situation coming in here into northern Baldwin County and also into Mobile, Alabama. So please, if you're watching me right now in Baldwin County or places like that, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. Damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour and a tornado is possible. So this is going to be an extremely dangerous situation coming up here. Tillman's Corner, Daphne, Spanish Fort, Loxley, you're up next. Stockton, you're up next. Stapleton, you're up next. Spanish Fort is coming into the wind right now. And I'm checking with the National Weather Service to see if there are any other updates, but this is a very serious situation coming into Spanish Fort right now. There is a line of wind that is capable of producing 80 mile per hour winds coming into the city of Spanish Fort and Daphne right now. And I'm trying to see if there is a camera located anywhere near this area of winds of 80 miles per hour that we can actually look at, and I can actually show you where this actual line of severe storms is going to be. And unfortunately, there is not. So this is a very serious situation coming into the southern portions of Mobile and then coming into places like Spanish Fort right now. Serious, serious situation ongoing down here in South Alabama. This is a very serious and life-threatening situation for winds upwards of 80 miles per hour from Tillman's Corner over to Spanish Fort and then curving back up here into northern Baldwin County and then eventually getting over here into northern Florida towards McDavis as well. Nobody should be driving right now on I-10 between Mobile and Pensacola because the potential there for 80 mile per hour winds. So this is a very serious situation coming into the southern portions of Mobile right now. Okay, severe thunderstorm capable of producing possible tornado winds of 80 miles per hour for Baldwin, Mobile, Escambia, Okaloosa, and Santa Rosa County, Florida. Baldwin and Mobile in Alabama, and in Escambia, Okaloosa, and Santa Rosa County in Florida until 7 a.m. And this is for 80 mile per hour winds, and 80 mile per hour winds due to law enforcement has been observed in downtown Mobile, and this is coming from the law enforcement and the EMA down there in Mobile. So this is a very, very serious situation coming into the city of Spanish Fort right now, and then eventually getting down here into Daphne. If you're watching me right now in the USS Alabama, please be near your safe place right now. If you're over here towards the Bass Pro Shop, towards over here towards Spanish Fort, be in your safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. This is going to be a very serious situation, and I'm also checking some other updates right now as well. And the Storm Prediction Center does maintain an area of severe weather for later today for a good portion of our area. So once again, we have damaging straight line winds in excess of 80 miles per hour moving into Spanish Fort and getting real close to Daphne right now as we speak. Okay. So once again, I am Stephen Ray, and there is your extreme line of wind that is coming through Mobile right now. And let me back out and show you that we have an extreme line of severe storms that is basically down here in South Alabama. We also have rain is ending right now up here in Tuscaloosa. Rain is about to move out of Birmingham and is actually moving out a little bit faster than expected. We also have other storms that are ongoing and another line of storms that is ongoing back here towards Jackson, Mississippi, and we're going to have to keep our eye on those as they move into our area as well later on today. And as you can see, there is a pretty significant wind threat with those for Flora, Pickens, Canton, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and places like that. But the reason that I'm here is because of a severe line of wind that is capable of producing 80 mile per hour winds that is coming into the city of Mobile right now. So once again, I'm sorry for pausing to catch my breath. And what I mean by that is I am checking with all of the National Weather Services around the area, and I'm also checking with the National Weather Service down there in Mobile for the potential of 80 mile per hour winds. I'm trying to see if there is any other reports that are coming in from Mobile right now. Your line of severe wind is coming through McDavid right now. It is coming through Mobile, down here towards Spanish Fort and Daphne and Tillman's Corner. And then eventually next up would be Theodore, Daphne, Loxley, Fairhope. So this is a very serious situation coming here towards the southern portions of Mobile and Baldwin counties right now. This area has the potential of producing 80-mile-per-hour winds with this storm, and it's actually looking like that this line of storms has basically stopped moving south and is actually hung up and is moving northeast rather than southeast. So I do note that the line of storms has actually stopped its progression off to the south and has started moving more in a northeastern area right now. So that is the concern here for downtown Mobile, as this is a very serious situation with winds coming in here close to 80 miles per hour for areas around the Mobile area as we speak. So, once again, this is a very, very serious situation ongoing right now in southern Baldwin and Mobile counties right now. So, once again, I'm sorry for my voice. I really am sorry for my voice. But I've been doing this for about an hour now. And this is a serious situation coming into southern Mobile County and central Baldwin County, as we have winds in excess of 80 miles per hour coming into the area right now. And I'm going to take you over here and show you what is going on in downtown Mobile. Okay, so this right here is I-10 West at Virginia Street right now. And as you can see, there is a lot of wind blowing here with the line of storms that is coming through this area. This is a serious situation coming here towards the area down here in Mobile. And we will go back to that. Okay, all right, time to go. Okay, all right, so let me stop sharing this because we have now a brand new warning, and this is a serious situation. Okay, we have a brand new warning. Let me take off the radar. We have a brand new warning that is just about to pop up for Mobile. and this includes probably a good portion of Loxley, Robertsdale, and Summerdale right now. There's your new warning. Okay, and this is a brand new tornado warning that includes Grant, Dozier, and Brantley, Alabama. Okay, so this is a brand new tornado warning for a good portion of Covington and Crenshaw County down here in South Alabama. This is off to the northwest of Opp. If you're watching me in Grant, Dozier, or Brantley right now, please be in your safe place right now. We have a tornado warning with radar indicated rotation that is coming into Gant right now as we speak. So, tornado warning included Covington and Crenshaw counties in Alabama. So, that is a very serious situation for a tornado that is just north of Gant and moving towards Dozier and Brantley, Alabama. And this is south of Luverne and northwest of Opp and north of Andalusia. So, this is a tornado warning for south central Alabama. And let me see if I can get a better look at this system. And there it is. Okay, so there is your couplet that is north of Gant, Alabama. And guys, let me real quick. I am going to leave the radar up. I am sorry about my voice. I am going to go grab me a cup of water. I will be back in 30 seconds or less. I will be right back. I'm going to get me a glass of water for my throat, and I'm going to leave the radar up. I'm going to get me a cup of water to better, to get my voice better so that we can cover this tornado. I will be back in about 30 seconds. Okay, guys, I'm back, and hopefully that is better. Had to get me a glass of water. I do apologize about that. But we actually have a brand new tornado warning that does include the Dozier City, Alabama area. And let me also back out and see that we have a tornado warning, a radar indicated tornado that is just north of Andalusia. Now, I do need to mention that Andalusia and Opp are not in the tornado warning, but this does include Dozier and Brantley, Alabama. And I also need to mention that the National Weather Service in Birmingham has issued a significant weather advisory for southwestern Pike County in East Alabama until 7:15. So that was the ding ding that you heard because I am actually receiving areas and updates from the National Weather Service up there in Birmingham. Okay, so we have a tornado warning now for Crenshaw and Covington counties down here in South Alabama. And this is round number one. The actual tornado itself is coming up here towards Dozier, Alabama. And there would be your couplet. And this is coming up here towards the Brantley area and then eventually getting over here. It would probably stay south of Troy, probably getting up over here just north of Enterprise, Alabama as well. So this is for a tornado warning for another 16 minutes for Crenshaw and northern Covington counties. A severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado that was located over Gant, or 7 miles north of Andalusia, moving to the east at 70 miles per hour. A tornado is possible, and this is a radar-indicated rotation. Dozier at around 6:30, so that is 2 minutes, and then Brantley around 6:35. Which would be about 7 minutes right now. Radar indicated tornado. So there is your actual tornado, and we're looking at this from the Montgomery radar site. And the good news is I am not seeing anything that would be saying that it is down right now. But the good news is that there's nothing down, but there's also a tornado warning that does include Gant and Brantley and Dozier, Alabama right now. Okay, Tallahassee has issued a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible for Coffee, Dale, and Geneva County, Alabama. So this is a serious situation. You also need to follow us on Zoom, on Zillow. You can also follow us on Zillow as well. You can actually catch our Zillow channel, Alabama Stormtroopers, on Zillow. Okay, let me check and see what that was. Okay. All right, so once again, if you're watching me over here on Facebook, and I want to thank you guys for watching me, we have a tornado warning for South Alabama, and I've been doing this now for close to 2 hours. But we have let me check on our storms back here in Mobile. Because those are capable of producing 80 mile per hour winds as well. So if you're watching me in downtown Mobile, over here towards Fairhope and Daphne, going ahead and be in your safe place as well and treat this like a tornado warning. This is capable of producing 80 mile per hour winds. The reason that I'm here is because of the situation that the tornado warning is up here towards Gant, Dozier, and Brantley. But no doubt there is some heavy wind about to move through Spanish Fort, Daphne, and Loxley. Then Robertsdale, you're up next. But the reason, the most serious action right now all right, we have some thunderstorm wind damage as of 5:46 this morning. This comes in from the public of Mobile County. Trees down blocking a roadway near the intersection of Georgetown Road and US 45. All right, so that is thunderstorm wind damage in Mobile County. So understand that we have thunderstorm wind damage moving into the city of Mobile right now. So there is your tornado warning that does include the Brantley, Alabama area and the Dozier, Alabama area, and another area back here towards Gant again. So this is a pretty serious situation coming in here to Crenshaw and Covington counties, as you possibly could have another area of rotation down here, and then the lead one is going to be right here near Dozier, Alabama. So there are possible two areas of rotation, one just getting off to the north of Andalusia, and the other one here is getting closer to Dozier, Alabama. So if you're in Gant, if you're in Dozier, or if you're in Brantley, in Covington or Crenshaw counties, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. So this is a very serious situation, and this is coming from the... Okay, so severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located in Crenshaw, Alabama. The good news is, and this is an update from the National Weather Service in Mobile, the Weather Service has canceled the tornado warning. Let me repeat that. They have canceled the warning for Covington County because the storm has moved out of Covington County. So if you're in Covington County, you do not have to worry about a tornado anymore. If you're in Crenshaw, though, you still have to worry about a tornado. So if you're in Crenshaw, you are still under a tornado warning. Covington, you are not. And there is your possible tornado just north of Dozier, moving towards Brantley right now. So Crenshaw is the only tornado warning that we have right now. Covington has been allowed to expire and has been canceled because the tornado has moved out of your area. And I have to tell you, that is a pretty tight couplet right there that is moving into Brantley as we speak, and we may actually have the process of a tornado being down in this area. So let me pull up. I'm going to pull up the radar. I'm going to keep up the radar here for you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my handy dandy Maps app, and I am going to tell you some locations within the path of this potential tornado. Okay. If you are along right now 331, which comes down into Brantley, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. If you are along 29, be in your safe place right now. If you are along Dry Creek, be in your safe place right now. If you are near Michael's Southern Food in Brantley, be in your safe place right now. If you are along Spring Hill Road, if you are near Turner Hill Road, please be in your safe place. If you are along the Dozier Highway, be in your safe place right now. Also, where 331 and 29 cross right there in downtown Brantley, please be in your safe place right now. This could be a developing tornado that is coming into the city of Brantley, Alabama right now. Also, if you are along 106, be in your safe place. Mount Road, Ross Road, Bush Road, be in your safe place right now for the potential of a developing tornado that is coming through Brantley right now. And let me check on that. Okay, so the good news is the Weather Service in Mobile has downgraded the severe thunderstorm warning for Baldwin and Mobile counties from 80-mile-per-hour winds down to 60. So once again, the Weather Service has downgraded the severe thunderstorm capabilities from 80-mile-per-hour winds down to 60 for Baldwin and Mobile. So the only serious situation we have right now is a tornado warning with a possible tornado down that is moving close to Brantley right now. And this is a very serious situation coming up here into Crenshaw County, Alabama. Covington has been allowed to expire because of the warning has moved out of Covington County, but Crenshaw, you guys are still in the warning. Let me back out and see if I can get a better view of this. And I think I'm going to stay with Fort Polk. So one more time, there is your possible tornado that is sitting down here southwest of Brantley, Alabama, and this is north of Andalusia and northwest of Elba in far south Alabama. And I can actually show you where this is in relation to Florala, Andalusia, and Troy. This is down here very south and central Alabama. This is south central Alabama, southeast of Greenville, southwest of Troy, and northeast of Andalusia, really close to the city of Opp. Now, Opp and Andalusia are nowhere near this tornado. The closest area would be Luverne, and that's a big area for down here in this area. But for Brantley and Dozier, Alabama, there is your actual possible tornado. And this warning goes for another 5 minutes until 6:45. And this is a tornado, radar indicated tornado. But a few scans ago, it did look like it was really impressive. I can actually step it back, and that was when it was really impressive right there. And now it has started to weaken just a little bit as it moves into the city of Brantley. And it is pretty much over the city of Brantley right now. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything down right now on the correlation coefficient. But nonetheless, that is still a pretty tight circulation that is coming into the city of Brantley, Alabama, which is down here south of Evergreen and south of Luverne and north of the city of Andalusia and Opp. So this is in rural south central Alabama, near the Florida line. And everybody else is underneath a severe thunderstorm warning stretching from Mobile all the way up here to Greenville and over to Ozark and Geneva, Alabama, as we have a line of severe storms that is progressing into southeast Alabama. And this is, once again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Mobile and Baldwin, a severe thunderstorm warning for a good portion of Butler, Conecuh, Covington, Crenshaw, and Escambia counties, and then another severe thunderstorm warning over here for Coffee, Dale, and other counties down here in southeast Alabama. So one more time, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Dale, Coffee, Geneva counties in Alabama. There is also a severe thunderstorm warning for Butler, Crenshaw, and Escambia counties, also Covington and Conecuh counties. Oh, so there's a lot to digest right now, but the reason that I'm here is because we have a tornado warning that includes the Brantley, Alabama area, and this is north of Elba and south of Glenwood and Luverne, Alabama. And this is a pretty significant threat of a tornado that is coming through the northeastern portion of Brantley, Alabama. And once again, I'm not seeing any signs of anything down with the correlation coefficient. Okay, so it looks like that the National Weather Service in Mobile, is actually going to allow the tornado warning to expire and go with a severe thunderstorm warning. So if that is the case, I'm going to stay here for another minute to allow them to let the warning expire. And then I'm going to see what they are actually going to do, if they are going to continue the warning or not. At 6:42, which was about 1 minute ago, the National Weather Service in Mobile issued a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible, damaging winds upwards of 70 for Conecuh, Covington, Crenshaw, and Escambia County. Escambia counties in Alabama. Also included are Escambia, Okaloosa, and Santa Rosa County, Florida. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning, and this does include places like Andalusia, Opp, Florala, Enterprise, Geneva, and places like that. So once again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning capable of producing a tornado possible with 70 mile per hour winds moving through Dale, Coffee, and Geneva counties in southeastern Alabama. So this is a pretty serious situation, and the tornado warning for Covington and for Crenshaw counties has been allowed to expire. So we have no other warnings right now that are tornado warnings here in Alabama, and that is the good news. We have severe thunderstorm warnings, and if you're watching me down here close to Florala, you need to go ahead and get ready for extreme winds coming into your location as well. Let me flip back over here to the Birmingham, the Mobile radar, and you can see that they have allowed the tornado warning to expire. The polygon is no longer there. And so there is your line of wind that is coming basically from Fairhope and stretching all the way up to Laverne, Alabama. So that is a pretty extensive line of wind that is coming up here into South and Southeast Alabama. And it is basically the line of storms right now is basically 135 miles long, stretching from just south of Laverne all the way down to Fairhope in Alabama. And so this is a situation where winds could gust as easily as up to 70 miles per hour and brief spin up tornadoes within this line. And unfortunately, this is getting into an area in between radars, and the best looking area of this is going to be from the Eglin Air Force Base radar down in Florida. And as you can see here, there is a possible an inflow notch and a possible tornado trying to develop here, which is going to be north of Opp. So we're going to have to watch that area as well, coming over here towards Enterprise and Elba. There's also more intense line of wind about to come into Florala, Opp, and then Elba, and then eventually getting over here into Enterprise as well. So once again, we have a line of severe wind and possibility of 70-mile-per-hour winds coming into the area from Brantley all the way down into Opp and Florala. And if you're watching me right now in Opp, Kingston, Florala, you need to go on ahead and think about being in your safe place and treat this like a tornado warning because that is an extremely large wind area and extreme winds coming into Opp and then Florala here very, very soon. And then eventually getting over here to Elba, Kingston, Samson, Coffee Springs, and then eventually getting into Enterprise, Ozark, and Newton. There is also a severe thunderstorm warning getting over here towards Loxley and Fairhope. Now, I do notice that the National Weather Service in Mobile has lifted the severe thunderstorm warning for Summerdale, Foley, and Gulf Shores. So you guys along the coast are no longer in the severe thunderstorm warning. But everybody else is still in a severe thunderstorm warning. And if you're watching me in Opp, if you're watching me in Florala, if you're watching me right now in Kingston, I want you guys to take this and treat this like a severe thunderstorm warning because this is a serious situation. Okay, so let me go on ahead and reassess the situation for you guys. This is Stephen Ray. It is coming up on 7 o'clock here here on a Saturday morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. There is still some rain and wind that is ongoing across a good portion of north and central Alabama. Basically, if you are from Birmingham and points off to the south and west, you guys are in a dry spell and kind of a lull in the action right now. Heavy rain is falling from Troy to Greenville to Montgomery to Clinton to Sylacauga to Talladega, Gadsden, Albertville, Fort Payne, Hartselle, Huntsville, Coleman, Auburn, Opelika, and Phoenix City. There is also a batch of rain that is coming over here into central and eastern Mississippi. But we only have a couple of severe thunderstorms down here closer to the coastline and the southern Alabama area. Now, I've been actually doing this severe weather coverage for about 2 hours now, and we've watched these storms come on across southern Alabama. And I got started on this about 4:30 this morning. It's currently 7 o'clock, and we're going to have to watch these storms back over here and how they progress over here near Jackson. And if they do, in fact, if they do weaken somewhat and dissipate, that could lead to more storms later this afternoon and this evening. But for one more time, the reason that I'm here is because we have an intense line of wind and rain and storms and damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour that is coming through areas near Elba and then curving back into Opp and Kingston. So there is your wind line that I'm drawing for you right now, also coming into Florala, Alabama. And Florala is located right smack dab on the Florida-Alabama line. And there, of course, is your extreme wind lines. And I do note that there is a little bit of an inflow notch coming into the line right there, south of Elba, coming over here north of Kingston. So they may issue a tornado warning for this area right in here for the possibility of a tornado that could be developing, moving over here towards Enterprise, New Brockton, and then eventually Fort Rucker. So once again, this is a serious situation for winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. And for Dale, Coffee, and Geneva counties, and for Dale, Coffee, and Geneva counties, their warnings actually come from the National Weather Service down there in Tallahassee. Also, there is an extreme wind coming over here southeast of Glenwood as well. So this is a threatening weather situation coming close to Kingston right now, and then eventually coming into Enterprise here within the next 15 to 20 minutes. And then also a pretty significant windstorm about to come through Florala, Alabama right now. So that's the situation. We have an intense line of storms coming through South Alabama, basically from Elba to Kingston to Florala. It has come on through Opp. It has come on through Andalusia. It has come on through Georgiana. If you are watching me to the east of this line, your severe weather threat is over. For the first round, however, there is a second round possible later today. So you're going to want to be weather aware starting this afternoon. So I will put this in motion for you, and there is your wind line, and we have more damage coming in from Georgetown and Mobile County. Multiple power lines down in the roadway near Georgetown Road at Alver Road in downtown Mobile. So this is in Georgetown and Mobile County. This is from the public. So we have thunderstorm wind damage right now that is coming into Mobile. But for right now, okay, so just combing through all of the updates right now, and for our friends up there in Lee and Russell counties, the NOAA Weather Radio transmitter is off in Columbus, Georgia. So it is off the air. So you would need to go to another channel if you were up here in Lee and Russell counties here in East Alabama, because the Columbus, Georgia National Weather Service NOAA Weather Radio transmitter is off. So that is a pretty serious situation if you live up here towards Auburn, or if you live up here towards Opelika. But there's no severe weather right now. But I do note that getting up here towards Elba, there is actually trying to become a kink in the line, and the weather service up there might actually they might actually pull the trigger on a tornado warning for Elba. And this is a significant wind damage threat coming here into Dale and Coffee counties here in Alabama. And while I'm at it, let me me just a second. I am trying to check with the weather service down in Tallahassee, Florida. Okay, Coffee, Dale, and Geneva counties. Severe thunderstorm warning capable of producing a tornado possible and winds upwards of 70. Okay, give me just a second because I'm going to read over something real quick and then we will get up. I will go back to the radar. Give me just a second. Okay. All right. So the weather service in Birmingham is just basically describing what is going to happen a little bit later on this morning. They are watching the shower and storm activity that is pushing out of Mississippi into Alabama. And I do need to also mention that the National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Baldwin County. And this includes a tornado possible, winds upwards of 60 miles per hour. It also includes Escambia, Okaloosa, and Santa Rosa counties in Florida until 7:45. But again, if you're watching me in Elba, coming down here towards Sampson, Coffee Springs, and then eventually getting over here into Enterprise, this is going to be a pretty serious situation. And I want to thank you guys that are watching me right now on the severe weather coverage here on Facebook, social media, and everything else. We have a line of severe storms, and the most significant is going to be over here in Geneva, Coffee, and Dale counties in Alabama. And there is your intense line of wind about to come through Sampson on top of Elba and getting close to Enterprise, Alabama right now. And then next up would be Ozark, and then eventually over here towards Dothan, and then passing over here into the state of Georgia. And as soon as this moves into the state of Georgia, I am going to sign off here on Facebook, but I will not do that until this gets into Georgia right now. All right, so let me see. Okay, Mobile update severe thunderstorm warning. for Covington and Escambia counties in Alabama. It has canceled Conecuh and Crenshaw, Alabama. Tornado possible and damaging winds upwards of 60 miles per hour. So let me go back to the radar. And there is your new warning or your updated warning for a little bit more for this area right here that is coming through the northern areas of Florida. So basically, the only part of Alabama right now that is in serious danger is going to be from Elba coming into the city of Enterprise and down to Sampson and then Florala. And in about 5 minutes, I can give Florala the all clear. But for right now, if you are up here in Enterprise, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now for the potential of 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. And I would almost guarantee that the Weather Service in Tallahassee is looking at this area right here, possibly about to issue a tornado warning for New Brockton. Now, there's no formal tornado warning right now, but that is a very, very interesting looking couplet and signature right there on the radar that is up here towards New Brockton, north of Enterprise, Alabama. And also, I need to mention that the Weather Service in Mobile has issued, and I forgot to say this, I forgot to tell y'all this, but it's on the lesser side of things, but it is still a pretty interesting little thing here. The National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a wind advisory for Baldwin Central, Baldwin Coastal, Mobile Central, Mobile Coastal, Alabama until 7 p.m. today. This also includes Escambia Coastal, Okaloosa Coastal, and Santa Rosa Coastal over in Florida. So a wind advisory is in effect for the counties of Baldwin and Mobile in Alabama until 7 p.m. this evening. So the winds, even though the storms are moving out of the area, the storms will be and the winds will continue to blow if you're across Mobile and Baldwin counties in Alabama. But the most serious weather is going to be this area right here. Okay. Let me check on this real quick. All right. Birmingham issues a significant weather advisory for Eastern Pike, Lee, Southeastern Elmore, Bullock, Macon, Tallapoosa, and Chambers County. So that is for the storms a little bit further off to the north. Tallahassee has continued the severe thunderstorm warning for Coffee, Dale, Geneva, Alabama. So there is your updated warning, and it expires in 54 minutes. A severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from near Brunden Ridge to near Florala, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Damaging winds upwards of 70 miles per hour are possible. Remain alert for a possible tornadoes. Tornadoes can quickly develop within a line of thunderstorms. So that is a interesting little situation there. And the tag on the warning from the Tallahassee Weather Service says tornado possible, coming close to the Enterprise, Alabama area. So once again, it is currently 7:05 in the morning, and this is Stephen Ray, and you're watching continuous severe weather coverage I have been live on Facebook and social media for 2 hours and a half, and we are watching severe weather coming across South Alabama. And this is coming into Enterprise, Coffee Springs, and Ozark, Alabama. Also coming into Florala, Alabama. And then eventually getting over here into Abbeville and Dothan, and then eventually crossing over here into the state of Georgia. And once that happens, I will be signing off on social media for the time being. Now, I do need to note that up here, closer to Auburn, there is a situation that we need to watch because of this area right here that is coming up here towards Auburn and Opelika. So that is a very serious and interesting situation that we also need to look at and keep our eye on as well. Tornado watch continues until 9 a.m. For South Alabama. So, for my friends up there in Lee County, I am definitely going to keep my eye on that up there as well, because this very well could be a developing situation moving into Auburn, Alabama. So, let me go back down here to the south. And show you that there is a severe thunderstorm complex and line of severe storms that is moving through the Enterprise and Coffee Springs area right now. And this is on the eastern side or the western side of Enterprise right now. If you're over here towards Fort Rucker or Level Plains, you're up next for an intense amount of wind, possibly upwards of 70 to 80 miles per hour. It's coming on through Coffee Springs and Sampson right now, and then eventually getting over here into Geneva. If you were in Florala, I can give you guys the all clear for the severe weather from round number 1. If you are in Monroeville, if you're in Andalusia, I can give you guys the all clear right now. And I am moving my location right now to kind of get a better handle on what's going on right now. But if you're watching me right now in Coffee Springs or Enterprise, Fort Rucker or Daleville, please be in your safe place right now in a sturdy shelter because this is a possible life-threatening situation with winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour. And that's pretty intense coming through Enterprise right now. Okay. So there is your line of severe storms coming from Sampson to Coffee Springs to Enterprise over to Fort Rucker, Daleville, and then, of course, getting down here towards the Geneva, Alabama area. Also, the Clay Hatchie area, and I hope I'm saying that correct. So by 8 o'clock, I would say by 9, at least 9 or 9:30, I feel like these storms will be completely out of Alabama. So the line of thunderstorms comes from Artron all the way down to curving down to Florala. And so this is a very serious situation coming over here towards the Ozark and Enterprise, Alabama area right now. Fort Rucker as well. There is your line of storms coming through Enterprise right now. This is a very serious situation. All right, we have thunderstorm wind damage in Coffee, Alabama, Coffee County, south of Rhodes, trees down near Alabama Highway 189 and County Road 452 in Coffee County. So we have thunderstorm wind damage from this storm as it came through Coffee County. So this is a very serious situation coming through the city of Enterprise right now. If you're over here in Ozark, Fort Rucker, Daleville, or Clay be in your safe place right now. And Tallahassee has issued another severe thunderstorm warning for Dale, Geneva, Henry, and Houston counties now in Alabama until 8:45. So there is your new polygon until 8:45. That does include the places from Abbeville all the way down to Cottonwood, over to Gordon, Columbia, and Dothan, Alabama. And so after we get that line through Dothan and South Alabama, I can go back and take a break off of social media. I also want to look at our storm up here near Auburn because that is that's getting pretty interesting. So if you're watching me over here in Auburn, just know that there is a line of wind that is coming over here towards you right now. Let me look at this on radar. And yeah, there's not much there on the radar. But on the reflectivity, on the base velocity, there is definitely some wind energy but it's coming through Auburn right now. And I would not be surprised to see the Weather Service possibly issue a severe thunderstorm warning at best for that area. Let me look at this also from Birmingham. And Birmingham's too far away. Okay, let's see. That's too far away. And that's too far away. Okay, so we have to go to the Maxwell Air Force Base to look at it, and that is the best view that we have. No formal warning for Auburn, but that could be changing at any time. So one more time, here is a line of severe storms with 70 mile per hour winds and a tornado possible coming through Dale, Henry, Geneva, and Houston counties in Alabama. And this does include places like Headland, Kinsey, Dothan, Hartford, Clayhatchee, Daleville, Fort Rucker, and Ozark, Alabama. And so this line of storms, I've been watching it since it came through Monroeville. I have been online on social media covering this severe weather for you guys for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So this has been a long duration event. Also, for my friends down here in Milton, Florida, and Crestview, there was also a severe thunderstorm warning for you guys as well. But for Alabama, there is a threat of severe storms for Enterprise, Ozark, Clayhatchee, and then, of course, Newton down here towards Dothan, Taylorville, and Hartford. So this is a very serious situation. coming over here towards Clayhatchee right now. Okay, Ashbury, in Coffee County. Emergency manager reports thunderstorm wind damage to a sheriff's deputy vehicle from flying debris. So that very well could be a possible tornado that came through Coffee County a little bit early ago. So let me hold on. Okay, at 7:18, which is right now, the airport in Enterprise, Alabama, reports a wind gust to 58 miles per hour. All right, so we have serious wind with this storm coming in here, coming into Ozark, Newton, and Clayhatchee, Alabama, and coming over here closer to the Dothan metro area here within the next 15 to 30 minutes. So this is a very, very serious situation now coming over here. It's come on through Enterprise. It has not made it through Ozark just yet. It is over Fort Rucker right now and Daleville, Alabama. So if you're watching me down here, go ahead and be in your safe place because this storm has had a history of producing damage back across Coffee County, north of the city of Ashbury, Alabama. And this warning for the Dothan area goes for another hour and 25 minutes as the storms progress towards the Dothan, Alabama area and move towards Ozark and then eventually Newville, Alabama. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is, since I've been on live streaming here for about 3 hours, I'm going to take a short break and then come back, and I will continue to watch these storms as they continue to get over here closer to the Dothan area. So I'm going to take about a 15-minute break, and I will be right back here on social media, giving you guys the latest